Hey everybody, it's your boy SergDragon. Welcome back to another edition of the Heavens Monsters podcast. Today we are going to cover January 20th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just covering January 20th of Monday Night Raw and January 22nd of NXT. And with me today is none other than the king of... Say it.
Puppies!
There you go. It's Terrence, a.k.a. T-Money.
Let me smell what the lion is cooking.
Yeah, I got you two catchphrases. How you like that? So let's kick it off. First off, we have, after the grueling match of the first ever fist fight, we would have Seth Rollins pretty much just open the show, bragging about it with him and AOP, as well as Buddy Murphy, the assist.
This was last week. They're not doing anymore.
Yeah, they're not. That's just covering last week because that's what they're bragging about.
I thought you were talking about this week. Go on.
And Buddy Murphy is in his corner, and they're just, like I said, bragging until KO and Samoa Joe comes out to stop him from talking because he's saying that they're done with them and that no one's going to stop them. Nope. They come up to them, come up to the stage and say otherwise.
They say, you ain't done. We still want piece of you.
Yeah. Seth Rollins obviously mentions the numbers, in which case they got backup in the form of the Viking Raiders, the Raw Tag Team Champions. And that's where things get interesting. Because of the fact that the Viking Raiders stuck their nose, Seth Rollins somehow gets his way when he offers him and Buddy Murphy, not AOP, to actually fight off against the Viking Raiders in a tag team match. And that would be cleared for tonight. For that night, sorry. Your thoughts on that? How Seth Rollins got his way so easily?
He is the Kingslayer / Beast Slayer and Architect. So he's probably get his way anyway.
Next up, we have the United States Championship match. Andrade defending his title against the former champion, Rey Mysterio, in a ladder match. And boy, was that a good match. They went through hellacious stunts and all that, but it was one person in particular, Zelina Vega, who stood at the top of the ladder, blocking Rey Mysterio, ultimately giving Andrade the means to get the 1-and-up and retain his title. But they weren't done yet.
It was Andrade.
Huh?
Andrade.
What did I say?
Andrea.
Well, that's the Spanish way of saying it.
Yeah.
Andrade. Mm-hmm. It would be Zelina Vega and Andrade trying to actually rip the safety mat from the concrete, exposing it, and ultimately trying to signature move DDT onto Rey Mysterio's head. But here comes a Rey Mysterio from the audience in his iconic looking purple, neon blue looking mask. And he would take it off to reveal the return of Humberto Carrillo. I hope I pronounced that right. They were shocked to see that he made a quick return after so long. It was like, what, a month or two?
A month ago.
Yep. So now Humberto has made his return and state his claim to United States title once again. Next up, we have Aleister Black versus local competitor, and it ended too damn quick. He just ran into that freaking Fade to Black, just pow! How you feel about that?
I like Aleister Black. It's just that, I see he's trying to look for some competition.
Oh yeah, he can find it.
If they give it to him, though.
Yeah, a title match for sure.
Well, I don't think he's ready for it.
He's ready for a title
but
shot.
That's up to them to give him a push, though.
How'd you feel about Rey and Andrade and the returning Humberto Carrillo?
I like Rey Mysterio. I don't care for Andrade and Humberto Carrillo.
Yeah, poor Rey. Waiting for his son Dominic to make his debut. You said it was in 2020, right?
No, next year.
Oh, 2021, they changed it?
Yeah. No, they're not going to be, they haven't changed it. They said it's going to be next year because they don't think he's ready this year to do it.
Yeah, so they pushed him back yet.
Yeah. Because he ain't the only son that's trying to get that's trying to get in the wrestling world. Chris Benoit's son too.
So next up, we would have Paul Heyman in the ring with the champ Brock Lesnar, once again stating their claims and the reactions to many of people what they said as far as going at number 1 in the Royal Rumble, coming to Houston, Texas at the Minute Maid Park. Ricochet would confront Brock Lesnar only to be F5'd, suplexed, you know the drill, laid out. Hell, the issue is he hit him low blow first. And because he got called out saying he was scared. That's Brock Lesnar's answer. He low blowed him and freaking F5'd him with suplex. He says, I ain't scared. Does it look like I'm scared? That's what he says.
Brock Lesnar?
That's what Brock Lesnar said.
He's never been scared, so yeah.
No, there were sometimes he was scared, but it didn't take him long to get back up.
One part was I know he was kind of scared that he wasn't going to be able to beat the Big Show like back in the day, but he did with the F5. Because he's always been told that he can't put Big Show in the F5.
But
he did.
He did. Next up, we have the OCs attack Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton. These two would have a singles competitors match, one against the other, only to be interrupted, like I said, against the OCs of AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson. In which case, it's all in the name of the Royal Rumble and their personal feud with Randy Orton. But Drew McIntyre was pulled in, so there's no telling how he'll feel. Especially considering that Drew McIntyre said he's going to knock Randy Orton's head off.
Oh, yeah, I like that, man. That feud right there.
If I remember correctly, Randy Orton won that match, or did he get himself disqualified?
He got himself disqualified.
There you go. That's what I was thinking. Because I'm like, wait, Drew McIntyre got up to say that, and then they got jumped. I'm like, what the hell? Wait. So next up, we have Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch going up against half of the women's tag team, Kairi Sane, Asuka's partner, who she will be facing, Asuka in question, at the Royal Rumble. In this match, Asuka was taunting her throughout the whole entire time on the turnbuckles and the ropes, but in the end, it would be the disarm her that puts Kairi Sane into a submission and taps out. The victory goes to Becky Lynch, but Asuka comes in to attack her, and it just gets bad. But ultimately, we're just looking forward to this match at the Royal Rumble, so be ready for that. How you feel about that?
I'm not a fan of both of those girls.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Asuka, so I'll give it that. We have the tag team title match. The Viking Raiders go up against Buddy Murphy and Seth Rollins.
Disappointed.
He said he's disappointed because ultimately, thanks to a quick reaction to Seth Rollins pushing one of the Viking Raiders off the turnbuckles, hitting the freaking matted floor, that's a 5-foot drop for a big man, and that's gotta hurt. And it was just one single Viking Raider to be kicked, stomped, and all that. Your new Raw Tag Team Champions, Seth Rollins, and for the first title reign, if you don't count the Cruiserweight title, championship title belt, Buddy Murphy's first taste of gold on the Raw brand.
Say second, cause that's the second belt he won.
Yeah. Because now, see, I thought you don't count the Cruiserweight title.
No, you gotta say second. You gotta say second, you mean second belt he won.
If you don't.
Tag team.
I count it as a second belt, but if some people don't count 205 Live, then this is his first on Monday Night Raw.
You know that they don't mention no 205 Live on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. We'll see. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they do.
They used to. Vince McMahon will always change it.
Next up, we have a match between Eric Rowan and Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy, who has been wanting airtime, been getting it, but always on the fall end of someone else. Case in point with Eric Rowan, he is once again trying to reveal his animal, but the animal bits him and he has a temper tantrum with the covered cage. Showing the blood once again, he slams poor Matt Hardy into the mat ending with another loss. And Matt Hardy on YouTube is really depressed.
Because one thing he's focusing on is his brother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, mention Jeff Hardy, by the way.
Jeff Hardy is dealing with issues like something to do with drug issues, and they said he needs to get some help. And so he's got a court date this month.
Finally, the main event. Oddly enough, this kind of sounds weird, just knowing that it happened, and then having to review it. Boy. So it will be a mixed match challenge by Lana with Bobby Lashley against Rusev and Liv Morgan. So in this match, it would pretty much go either which way which is weird because at the end, Bobby Lashley would spear Rusev after Lana took care of Liv Morgan on the outside. It's just like a repeat of last week, but it's a mixed match this time. And so the victor goes to Bobby and Lana. I thought it was going to be Rusev, so this is confusing. Is Bobby getting a push?
Well,
because he's with Lana?
No, he's been getting the pushes.
I know that.
He's not getting a push because it was Lana. It's just that he's getting the push because he's one of the veteran, bro.
Yeah, but it's just that he has been quite on a losing streak because most of the time he's been a heel. He's still a heel, but now he's got a winning streak on and on and on since he's been with Lana. At Rusev's expense, but other wrestlers as well. So can't forget that.
Bobby Lashley has more strength than Rusev.
I know. I've seen that.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and look up NXT. While he does that, a shout out to our remaining Heaven Monsters podcast members for Xavier Hill, Mike Henry, Andre Mitchell. A link to their YouTube pages will be in the descriptions down below. And a remaining shout out to Renee, Farrell, Chris Petrie, and Delvin. Terrence here too, of course. Don't forget. T-Money. Okay. What happened on backstage? Not much, except for the return of CM Punk, them getting their opinion on who they believe will win. Is not who they think is going to win, who they're wanting to see. It's like who they bet.
We say no, don't think he's with the WWE. He's not with the WWE.
Nope, he's with Fox.
Yeah, he doesn't have a contract WWE because he hates the WWE.
Which case, CM Punk was asked, who does he think is going to win the Royal Rumble? He mentioned one name, and that's Keith Lee. If Keith Lee is in the Royal Rumble representing NXT, that he is definitely going to go far and get a shot at WrestleMania. But with NXT, it'll be the night before on a Saturday where he will get his title shot unless he goes to Raw or SmackDown. This might be the push that you were thinking that he might get.
Keith Lee?
Yeah, if he wins the Royal Rumble, as CM Punk is guessing.
Yeah, Keith Lee, he was shocked that CM Punk was gonna pick him. He wasn't expecting CM Punk.
Yeah. Of course, Christian picks Brock Lesnar because he's actually fought him before, and he knows for a fact that if he wants to see what Brock Lesnar does, not just going through the gauntlet, but to know that if he wins, what does he do? Does he take the night off at WrestleMania, or does he go after The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, or Daniel Bryan, depending on who wins at the Royal Rumble? Paige, I forget who she says. I'm trying to remember.
Christian never fought Brock Lesnar.
Oh, he's definitely seen him before.
Yeah, he's worked with him, but he never fought him.
Really?
Yes.
Thought he did. Brock Lesnar fought a lot of people.
The one that Christian that fought that was like Brock Lesnar's size was Goldberg.
Booker T is also looking to be fit as hell because he does not know if he'll get the call in to join the Royal Rumble since it will be in his hometown. One of our main veterans of Houston, Texas, Booker T, one who owns a school here in Houston, Texas. Look forward to you, man.
Because, back then, Christian, he was on Raw. Brock Lesnar was on SmackDown. So they didn't fight each other. They worked together.
I'm trying to think, who did Paige vote for? I know Paige had some. I know who she picked for the women. I'm trying to remember who she picked for the guys. I think she said Randy Orton. I could be wrong. Overall, though, we do have the fact that the women's Royal Rumble will also happen. And the fact is that when it comes to the women, Paige chose Kairi Sane because she's fought her before. Actually, this is news to me. I'm like, when did she fought her? When she was in Japan? I guess so. And she was good friends with her, and she knows how hard she works, and she's got tricks up her sleeves for days. So definitely, she's thinking that Kairi Sane may win the women's Royal Rumble. As for CM Punk, he's asking just for the fact that the women that is next to him, are you in there, Renee Young? No. Are you in, Paige? I maybe. She says, because she doesn't know if she'll get the call in. Which means she's medically cleared. That's good.
Yeah,
that's just saying that right there.
Yeah, but here's the thing: they're not gonna let her do that till they give her the okay.
We'll see. In which case, the one he picked and said, "Okay, then I guess I'll go for Sasha Banks." Because that would be interesting. If Sasha Banks wins the Royal Rumble, it will be friend versus friend, but she's always stabbed Bayley in the back.
I'm sorry, bro, but she's not medically clear. She's there to host the show. She's not medically
clear. No, this is what he said. I'm not saying this is going to happen.
Oh,
I can't say for sure who shows up at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, Paige's not medically cleared, though.
As for Christian, I'm trying to remember what he said. I think
Charisma.
Yeah, I don't know who he picked. I don't think they did. I don't think they asked him. They ran out of time. Funny fact, there was an overtime. I'm like, who the hell is playing? Orange team versus the yellow team for basketball. There was one hell of an overtime going in 20 or 30 minutes into the show. I had to look up on one of my go-to sites that I can watch online just to see it. Because I was like, hey, I got caught off. I missed half of the show. Damn it. So ultimately, it would be the man, Becky Lynch, on the show, and they would have their conversations with CM Punk. And CM Punk, and he says this, he believes that he's very interested. This is what he said. He's interested in what WWE is doing for the women's revolution and the women's brand, because he likes what they're doing to get him characters. They're not like what they used to, which is what, panties and stuff. Look sexy.
He liked that.
Yeah, but he likes what they're doing right now, giving them characters, developments, doing this, doing hardcore matches, doing all this, pushing them to limits that they didn't before. And he looks forward to seeing what they do next and what the characters come up with otherwise. So I was like, okay. He was rolling out. It wasn't just a script. That was literally him just mentioning all this stuff and having to correct himself too.
Yeah, but it's not. He don't have a script, bro.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's not a script. Some people say there's script. They rehearse this. This is too long to be rehearsed.
Well, that's because the writers write the script for them to say. Mm-hmm. But see, just so you know, don't get it twisted. He does not like Triple H convince a man.
Nope. He said that too on the freaking show. He's like, I don't want to do that. He had to mention his wife too with the storylines with Paige. That was a good episode. Mm-hmm. Okay, so hey, turn on your phone. Mm-hmm. Let's get back on track. I figured I mentioned that to see what's going on. So Booker T and Paige are hinting that they might be. Well, Booker T is waiting on that call if he gets called. So he's hitting that gym.
Well, actually, he retired, bro.
Yeah, he's hitting the gym saying he might, if he get called up, he's gonna get in. He's gonna be perfect.
But see, some people say that, but I mean it's true.
Yeah, I know. So with that said, here is the NXT on the 22nd. We start the show with the Dusty Rhodes Classic semifinals with the grizzled young veterans of the UK brand versus the NXT Tag Team Champions, the Undisputed Era. And ultimately, it would be... Wait. Yep. Surprise. Despite the fact it was the other two members of the Undisputed Era on the outside, Imperium would show up to actually shock the system of the Undisputed Era and give the grizzled young veterans the fellowship of the sister brand of NXT, the UK brand, to actually give them the edge and the drop and the pinfall on the Undisputed Era, going into the finals, the grizzled young veterans. You know they're not happy. Next up, we have Toni Storm going against Io Shirai. A flashback would actually state that last week we would have Toni Storm actually challenging Rhea Ripley.
I mean, a replay?
Yeah, a clip of last week.
Yeah, a replay clip of last week.
Mm-hmm. Sorry if it sounded weird.
Yeah. Right.
It would be Toni Storm challenging her to Worlds Collide this Saturday between NXT and UK NXT on the title on the line. Rhea Ripley accepted, even though that same night, that same night, it would be Bianca Belair that won the Battle Royale to actually be the number one contender for a takeover later in to come. So while Toni Storm was fighting Io Shirai, the one Bianca Belair eliminated of all things, this was just a standard match, nothing on the line. But Bianca Belair come in and ultimately got Toni Storm Io Shirai disqualified because the winner is Toni Storm. So she attacks Io Shirai first and wails on Toni Storm. The message is clear that she is trying to take her out before Toni Storm gets her shot at the title that she believes is rightfully hers, knowing that she's the number one contender. So that's, woohoo. Here's your boy, Finn Balor versus, DJP. DJZ. But he goes by another name. What's that?
Jacqueline Wild.
Jacqueline Wild, the alien thing guy.
He used to go by Zema Eon.
Oh, that too.
In TNA. He's a TNA original.
Mm-hmm. In which case, Finn Balor is issuing a challenge to his opponent at this Sunday at Worlds Collide. It would be him versus Dragunov, in which case he is beating the living hell out of poor Jacqueline, and he just lays him out for the victory, of course. You know he won. Mm-hmm. Dragunov actually sends a message that he is determined, that he is fueled to win against Finn Balor. We'll have to wait and see how that works. Courtesy of the fact that Shayna Baszler was eliminated in that Battle Royale by Shotzi Blackheart. Shotzi, thank you. Shotzi Blackheart. And ultimately, she made one statement in her interview backstage that Blackheart just ended her career before it began. Suicide, it might claim it. In which case, Shayna Baszler makes her tap out, but does not release the hold. It's just brutal to see her do. She holds a grudge. And she said it that she is looking to be the first ever 3-time NXT Women's Champion. And it's not a matter of when, and not an if, it's a matter of when. Sorry, I said that. Because sooner it's going to be coming, she says. Next up, we have the Broserweights. Say that right? Because last time I screwed up. I want to make that note. Versus Imperium. I said it wrong. That was a tongue twist for me. That was a mistake by accident. In the Dusty Rhodes Semi-Final Classic. So, in this match, Imperium... Semi-final?
Yeah.
What did I say?
Semi.
You could say it like that. Semi-finals, semi-finals. Same thing. In which case, Imperium tries to get the victory, but ultimately, Undisputed Era interferes in this match, ultimately giving the Broserweights the victory, just as Imperium screwed over Undisputed Era. So now, on stage, we would see the trophy and the finalists, the grizzled young veterans, are talking to both Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne. And Matt Riddle is acting like he's high and everybody's all happy about it.
Did you see what he did to piss off Goldberg?
Yeah, I remember. Was it recently? Oh, a long time.
Yesterday.
Oh, what did he do?
The jackhammer.
He did the jackhammer?
Yeah.
I know he did something outside, but that was his finisher.
In the ring. He did jackhammer in the ring.
Oh, shit. I didn't notice that. Yeah. I must have skipped it.
Yeah.
Oh. Because I was fast forwarding. Mm-hmm. And, that's, That's gonna be fun.
And they say he did the spear too.
Oh, he always does the spear.
Yeah, and that Goldberg was mad about that too when he saw it.
I think he's set it up a match with Goldberg. He's still contracted with WWE. So, and I watched the Untold. What do you call it? Untold by Goldberg. Mm-hmm. I watched it. He wants to. He's addicted to wrestling, even though he's not going to wrestle all the time, and he kind of questions that he's got a little bit left. He said that to Roosters. I got a little bit left on the WrestleMania stage. Actually, no. Correction. Not WrestleMania. The Crown Jewel stage. He said that to Rusev. So this might be an opening since he's doing the 2 signature moves or iconic moves of Goldberg. That might be lining up for a match at sometime soon.
But here's the thing. Only way he'll do that is if Goldberg will only do that if it's in a Monday Night Raw ring.
We'll see. Or pay-per-view.
Yeah, pay-per-view, but they probably won't put him against Matt Riddle because Matt Riddle's an NXT wrestler.
We'll have to wait and see.
Because that's what he said. Triple H said that.
Out of which, Matt Riddle is acting like he's high and the fans are loving it. He's like, I don't remember anything you said. I blanked off right there. I went and imagine my fantasy and stuff. I don't know. And Pete does like, all he said is that they're gonna beat us at the classics in the finals, but that ain't gonna happen if they arms are broke, fingers are broken.
But did you hear what a fan said Matt Riddle though?
What?
Matt Riddle, you suck.
Yeah, they do. They say that they're a big fan of Goldberg. Yeah. And here's the finals. Woo! The final match of the night. And it was, I want to say Robert Roode, glorious, because Keith Lee fought against the defending North American champion, Roderick Strong, and lived up to the hype, even though he was literally fighting against every member of the Undisputed Era with no help, but got the victory. And the surprise when he freaking used I guess you would call it a snap version of his finisher, that he did this. He went like a Hulk. He went, boom, got up, picked him up, bam, and got the 1, 2, 3, your new North American champion and first to dethrone the Undisputed Era. I'm looking to see who does the rest. Oh yeah. Take those titles from the Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish and Adam Cole, baby.
Yeah, you got Finn Balor and
Tommaso Ciampa, I know, is going to take this gold.
But he injured.
Go try. No, Tommaso Ciampa is ready to go. He's not injured.
I thought he was. I haven't seen.
He was injured. He's cleared. He's been cleared for a while. Since War Games and all that. He's still cleared.
Okay.
He got that neck surgery and the Untold or special on NXT, WWE Network.
But I'm saying that he better be careful because he could get back.
Yeah. That's true. In which case, after Roderick Strong's loss and exchanging of the title to the move your glasses. Yeah, do it. Smile. Keith Lee, ladies and gentlemen. Put that arm up. There you go.
Michael Cole, ladies and gentlemen.
What was his catchphrase? I think Michael Cole had a catch. Oh, no, shit. And I quote. Yeah, he did. Yeah. He doesn't use that no more. As of anyway. Yeah, that's right. After that match, Undisputed Era is just griping and saying that this ain't over. We'll get it back. We'll get it back. Here comes Imperium from the audience. In the stage is 4 versus 4, 8-man dance between the two factions of the two brands, and it's going all hell loose. And it ends the show on that note, knowing that the Worlds Collide is coming this Saturday. And I hope I hope you get it. I hope you watch it. If you have the WWE Network, go ahead and get it. Or if you already have it, enjoy, because I know I am.
I got it. I can watch it. I can watch anything. And no bill comes.
I'm still iffy on that. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so how? Anything to take from this? Your 2 cents, bro. What was the match that you think?
I thought Finn Balor match was good. I like that.
Keith Lee for me. That was good. That was good. Keith Lee.
But I know some of y'all might say, y'all Keith Lee fans, y'all probably would say we could see him as a NXT world champion.
Straight up. Mamma mia! With the arms up. Mamma mia! Everybody was saying that too in the audience. Mamma mia! Okay. Mamma mia! Short homage to that announcer. He does boxing and MMA. You know that?
Who?
The guy who says Mamma mia.
Oh yeah.
I did not know that. I hear him on Access TV. The same show that they do WoW, Impact, and New Japan Wrestling. And all these musical stuff. They do the fighting stuff on there too. The MMA fights and UFCs. Mm-hmm. Pretty cool, huh?
Well,
I hear his voice.
Well, UFC doesn't do those shows on Access TV. That's
something else, yeah, I guess.
That's other MMA.
It's yellow and black though. That's what confuses me.
But that's other MMA shows.
Mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. So that's it. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. You liked this video, give it a thumbs up. You didn't, give it a thumbs down. Hit the subscribe button, like the content, hit that notification bell for the next Heaven's Monsters podcast. It will most likely be this Sunday, but hey. My boy Xavier Hill, shout out to you. I know you told me you are off this Saturday. So, hey, you ain't doing anything after I'm done with my errands. I know I got errands to do on Saturday. Let me know if you want to come over and we can watch the Worlds Collide. And then we can do a podcast after that, if you're able. Because he needs to find out if he's working Sunday. He's got to check his schedule. He doesn't get his schedule until Saturday. So we'll see. Yeah, I don't know about food places like Kroger and Food Town and HEB because that's weird. How do you get your work schedule if you're off on that day? You got to go in and get it, I'm guessing.
I did it when I was working for Kroger. I got my schedule.
Did you get your schedule on the day you're off?
No, I got it before, and I got it when I was working. When I left.
A little bit of history lesson. He worked at Kroger's. Just like our boy Xavier Hill is right now. All right, everybody. That's it. Hope you love the show. This is SergDragon T-Money. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace.